That's the profit that I made today. Look at my equity, look at my profit.
This is not my full potential, and I know that I can keep on executing, but it's just a matter of developing a plan that is going to be crucial for my growth in the next upcoming months.
Let me see if I go into here. You guys can see this on the dashboard. It says my Express account, a rule was broken on it. I did not take a trade today. For some reason, now it's back. The only reason why I took this trade on my Combine and my live account was because of that issue with my Express account. I don't know what's wrong with TopStep. There's been hella issues with the charts. There's been hella issues with a lot of things. Man, we could have had, I mean, I'm not even going to complain. We could have had this profit on the Express account.
The hardships that you go through do not define your story. There's more to it. You're just in a bad chapter. It's a bad season. I love to call it seasons. I'm in a season of growth. It's not a season of setbacks. It's a season of growth.
Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another day in the life. Today I got something special for you guys. I got bad news and good news, but at the same time, it is what it is, right? First, let's start with the bad news. So for some reason, I ended up getting a second email talking about my funded account being lost. I didn't take a trade. I received the email like around 6:21. That was like 9 minutes before market open. Keep in mind, I am on the West Coast. Long story short, I didn't take a trade. I already contacted support. So let's see what they tell me. But I ended up opening a live account, I want to say Tuesday, and the funds were available since yesterday night. So we ended up taking a trade on Tradeovate, and let me show you guys. I don't know, you guys can see that right there. That's the profit that I made today. Look at my equity, look at my profit. So I initially deposited $250 into my account. I did not know that you could trade micros with like $100. So my stop loss is very small. It's $25. And the thing is, it was a 1 to 10 risk to reward. I ended up taking the same trade on my evaluation, and I was up 1K. Ended up closing the trade at 700 because it reversed on me. Overall, like, I think it was 200 points, but I wanted to let the trade run out a little bit more. Ended up retracing and just closed it. But the Tradeovate trade, but on the live account, I immediately closed that at 250 because I was content with the results, and I ended up leaving the prop firm trade just run, right? I just let that go. But yeah, overall, great day. 2x my account on Tradeovate. I am going to withdraw, but I need to wait a couple days. But that's cool, right? We ended up making $266. And like I said, my stop loss is $25. It's small points, bro. I'm only going for a 1 to 2, but since I saw strong momentum, I ended up adjusting my take profit on my live account. And man, it was a great trade. Ended up taking shorts at 7 a.m. I saw a setup percentage sell. I wanted price to take out those Asian lows. It stopped halfway. Price is just being very, I want to say, because it's Friday, having news an hour before market open and 30 minutes after market open. That's why I was very cautious and patient. But one thing I'm going to tell you guys, the live account really had me locked in, right? Because it's my money. But if you build a skill, nobody's going to take that away from you. Nobody can take trading away from me. God is really setting the things right for me. He is putting me in the right direction. I cannot get lost in trying to make as much money. I really cannot get lost chasing price. I really cannot get lost in my emotions. God is going to deliver. Yesterday, when I was doing my Bible study, there was one thing that really stood out for me. It was, let the Lord persuade you. There's power in letting yourself being persuaded by the promise of God, because He is going to provide. We persuade ourselves that we can't do it, that we are not enough, that it's not for us. Why can't you just let the good things persuade you? Why can't you just change your thought process and your bad affirmations into good affirmations? Like, it's that easy, but some people just have this fixed mentality. That's what I'm telling you guys. Like, I am really focusing on working on myself, building my relationship with God, faith over anything. If you have faith, things are going to play out. Many things are going bad in my life when it comes to money. Like I mentioned on yesterday's video, getting scammed on $5,000, losing my Express account, I mean, I guess, right? Like, it is what it is. And now I'm really more focused when it comes to trading. I am really locked in because my live account is a complete different thing, right? It's real money in my pocket at all times. Damn, price is going crazy right now. Honestly, I'm gonna talk to you guys once I hit the shower and make breakfast because there's so much fucking noise out here. All right, but so I ended up losing $75 for some reason. If I trade off of my trading view on my phone, it won't set up my stop losses. But if I send in the trade through Tradeovate, it will have the brackets. So I gotta figure that out because it almost cost me. It didn't cost me a lot. I ended up closing the position down $75. Price had a deeper retracement than what I thought it would, and closed the position. Literally 5 seconds later, price just had a burst to the upside. I was waiting for 1704 to get respected. Ended up dropping even lower to like 680. It was 680, and then price right now is like at 18,800 and something. So I just wanted to see price take out equal highs in the 5 minute. Price was fairly bullish all day. The only trades I've taken today have been buys. Order flow is bullish on every time frame. I want to say it's a mistake on my part too, because at the same time it's like I got to be aware of those things, right? But we're sitting on $175 in profit, if I'm not mistaken. All right, I'm back at the crib. I ended up going for some mail. I got it right here. But you guys can see right there, 100, bro. I swear this camera is not that good to focus. You guys can see the equity 428 and the profit 197. Ended up losing around 70 some dollars. Like I said, for some reason my brackets were not set on my trading view, and I'm not stupid to be trading without a stop loss, bro. But I paid the price, but price ended up just fucking bouncing off of that level, and now it's just coming back. It's just crazy volatile price action, bro. I entered right here at these wicks, and price ended up having a deeper retracement, and the next candle just flew to the fucking moon, right? I'm sorry for the bad quality, man. Like, my camera is just on some crazy shit. It's crazy. I had those equal highs marked down. It is what it is. At the end of the day, we just ended up losing not that much of a profit. I started the account with over $250. We're currently sitting at around $428. I mean, it's still a $200 day, right? It was a great start to the day, but I ended up taking more trades than I needed to. That was just unfortunate that I got wicked out. And either way, if I would have had my stops, I was still gonna lose a trade. So I'm not too worried about that. But it was a crazy, damn, bro, what the fuck is wrong with these flies? It was a crazy return if I would have stayed in that trade, bro. Because my targets were those equal highs. I was going to set stops at break even as soon as we got a displacement. As you guys saw, we had a huge displacement, and it was going to be a risk-free trade. But God is testing me. God is showing me that I have to be patient. I have to understand certain things. I don't want to say God warning me, but it's just God telling me that I got to chill, right? Like, I've already made enough profits. I don't usually trade around this time. I only trade in the morning. I shouldn't even be looking at the charts past 8 a.m., let alone after I had a great trading day, right? That's how people blow their accounts. Ended up the day on a good note. Like I've been telling you guys, I'm transparent with you guys. I'm not going to be hiding shit. I'm not going to be making excuses. I fucked up. Um, my stops were not set. At the same time, like it wasn't gonna be a great it wasn't gonna be much of a difference, bro. At the end of the day, I'm still up $200. Crazy return on that trade, but I mean, it was not meant for me. And it made me realize a lot of stuff because it's like I could have lost the whole account. Being realistic, like what were the negatives here too? We could have lost the whole account because of that simple mistake, not having the stops and all that stuff, right? I really gotta figure that out on my phone. But when I take a trade off of Tradeovate, it will immediately place the brackets. But I have to be on Tradeovate and not looking at the trading view chart, which is kind of stupid, but I mean, I guess, right? But yeah, besides that, we got a lot of things to do when it comes to the content, when it comes to the calls with the team. We got to prepare mentally for the next upcoming weeks. It's been crazy price action, crazy volatility, but we got to get ready. We got to capitalize off of these moves. A lot of back testing, a lot of studying throughout the weekend. Ended off the week good. $200 on the day is crazy. $600 on the evaluation account too. I don't really want to count that as like for the P&L, but in reality, it's like $800 for the day. I mean, it's not bad. If it would have been my Express account, I mean, I would have counted that because I was damn near up $1,000 in that account. But I mean, it is what it is, right? I still got to figure out my Express account, the situation with that, if they're going to give it back to me, if they're just gonna act like I blew the account when I have the emails that they sent me. I still got to deal with that. Um, and yeah, many things, bro. I want to get back on recording more consistently. I want to be here with you guys, bring you guys along the day. Right now, I'm about to make some breakfast and just get everything situated, edit the content that I have right now, and then just go from there in the afternoon. I don't really have nothing planned for the afternoon. So I think tomorrow we're going out. We're gonna go have some breakfast, and we're gonna buy some Easter things for my son. But yeah, I mean, besides that, it was a great trading day. It's crazy. I made $200 for the day. I ended up playing basketball. I didn't hit the gym. I have many more things, and that's gonna take a lot of my time right now. I hate Fridays because they open later, but I mean, it is what it is, right? We gotta work with that. I got my equipment here. I can do my workouts out here. Um, but yeah, great end of the week because that is live funds. That is real money. That is money that I can withdraw, but I gotta wait like 10 days, whatever, right? But still, that is money I can withdraw. That is money that is in my pocket, safely secured in my pocket. You know, like 10x on my returns. Like I risked $25, made 250. It's crazy. It really is crazy. But at the end of the day, it's just the beginning of something great. We gotta be consistent. We gotta keep on showing up. Going back to the habits that got us to this position. Going back into the old version of myself that was working day in and day out, locked in. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't want to say lacking, but I just been very consumed by many other things, many other external factors around me that are just taking my attention, and I just really gotta tune back in with myself and lock in. With that being said, boys, I'll bring you guys along the day. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I'm gonna bring you guys along the day. So today, what I really want to show you guys is how I ended up making over damn near $700 on my evaluation account, and we ended up making $250 on my Trade of 8 live account. Keep in mind though, I ended up losing some of the profits. Where is it at? Reports. Today, okay, the performance P&L total profit of the day was over $364. I ended up having a couple L's. One of them being because when I take a trade on my phone off of TradingView, for some reason, my brackets for my stop loss and my take profit were not set, but I do have them here. And just so you guys can see the account balance on this live account, can I show you guys? I literally opened this account yesterday. I opened this account on Tuesday, but the funds were available yesterday. Reason being, I have an evaluation and a combine. Oh, what the fuck? Now it's back? Bro, I could have, bro, on some real shit. I know this is just a trade recap, but I'm gonna use I'm gonna use this for my YouTube video. I swear I have an email. Damn, that's crazy. I would have been up $1,000 on my Express account. Fuck, bro. Fuck. They literally sent me this today. Today at 6:21 a.m. I know it's backwards, but they sent me that I had violated my account. Let me see if I go into here. You guys can see this on the dashboard. It says my Express account was a rule was broken on it. I did not take a trade today. For some reason now it's back, which is crazy. I didn't take a trade today. So that's fucking crazy. Well, I was gonna explain to you guys and tell you guys that the only reason why I took this trade on my combine and my live account was because of that issue with my Express account. I don't know what's wrong with TopStep. There's been hella issues with the charts. There's been hella issues with a lot of things, but man, we could have had. I mean, I'm not even going to complain. We could have had this profit on the Express account. Keep in mind, I only took two. I only traded two micros. Damn, that's crazy. That's unfortunate, bro. But at the same time, we're up in profit on the evaluation. even though we were damn near a drawdown. So this profit doesn't even count to like the combine, but technical difficulties, many things happen. The reason I lost a lot of my profits on this account and my Express account was because of the charts freezing. I shouldn't have been taking trades when the charts were not working. I blame myself on that. I was not cautious about that, but with that out the way, let me just break down this trade. I be talking too much, bro. So today's bias overall, I'll give you guys a breakdown on TradingView because I don't want to be going back and forth. This is where I entered. So I'll give you guys this breakdown here, but I'll show you guys on TradingView. Where is NQ? 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Cool. All right. Coming into market open, we had news at 5:30 and we had news at 7 a.m. Keep in mind, I'm in the West Coast. I'm a couple hours behind. You guys can see price was trading inside this bearish fair value gap. Order flow from previous day had been bearish. We have Asian session low resting down here. We got this low resistant liquidity plus this unfilled fair value gap from the previous expansion, right? So my plan for today was to wait after 7 a.m. to come in to take these trades because we had high impact news, right? Oh, what the fuck did I do, bro? We had high impact news. What the fuck is this shit doing? The fuck? So I guess it don't want to work with me now, right? Cool, whatever. You guys can see we were in this bearish fair value gap right here. We have this low resistance liquidity laying down here. All right, bro, many things are just fucking with me right now. My son ended up putting his toys in my water bottle. Fuck, bro. I had to dump out all of my water because his toys are dirty, bro. Fuck, bro. But yeah, going back into this, we have this bearish fair value gap. 4 hour was also bearish. You can see we've been on a downtrend since yesterday. After this huge expansion, we have this unfilled inefficiency, this big gap right here. What I was expecting was the news to stay in this range, which indeed they did. The 7 a.m. candle was not that crazy, and it started immediately dumping. Now over here on TopStep, I'll show you guys. This would have been a great entry, but it was 5 minutes before the news, right? We ended up having a retest of this higher 1 hour gap. That right there is the same hourly gap right here, right? I just wanted a little bit more of a confirmation because you can see here that at 7 a.m. we retested this 1 minute gap and we had a bounce off of it. And I just wanted to see these fair value gaps created after those displacements hold. Indeed, they ended up holding. I had my position here. It was a no-brainer. So the only reason why I was confident enough to enter this trade on my live account, because on my live account, I'm only risking $25. If you do the math, that's less than 20 points, bro. That's like 12 points, right? So I ended up being very cautious when it came to this trade. I entered at this retracement right here. I seen that price had all this momentum. These bearish engulfing candles, we took out these lows right here. I was targeting the low resistance liquidity. Overall target was the overall target was these Asian session lows, but price did not even come close to them. This was a great trade. I'm aiming for 100 points. I left my stops in profit and was just trading my stops. The only thing I did hesitate here on my evaluation account because I ended up closing my position, I think at around here on my live account. I ended up closing my position here because it was already a 1 to 10. So I ended up having that scared mentality. I trailed my stops to the bottom of this fair value gap. I shouldn't have done that because price had a retracement back into that level and then dropped a little bit more, taking out those lows, and then the trade ended up flipping around. But overall, we ended up in profit. Overall target were these Asian lows, but price has just been crazy the past couple days, bro. I was bullish for the day too. I wanted to see these lows get taken out, and then just price ended up expanding like crazy. This is what my strategy relies on. If we take out Asian session lows or high, if we take out the Asian highs or lows during London session, my target for New York session, it will be the opposing liquidity. Plain and simple, right? You can see 7 a.m. here. We could have capitalized off of this trade. The only thing I hesitated with this trade was because we had this higher inefficiency that I believed price wanted to rebalance. It was very bullish through London session, so I was very hesitant. I ended up getting caught up in this price action and just got cooked, right? You can see I got cooked on Tuesday. I was going long
and ended up switching my bias, going back and forth. Overall, recovered. But yeah, it's just these conditions are crazy. Going up a crazy amount in percentage and then dropping again in percentage, like price has just been crazy overall, right? That's pretty much it to how I caught this trade. There's nothing more to it. Textbook damn near to how I trade when it comes to my target for Asian session. But you guys can see trades, you got to be very careful with the trades because they can reverse on you. 200 points is crazy, but like in reality, all we're looking for and all you should be looking for is a 1 or 2. This is something I've been comfortable with. This is how I managed to become a funded trader. This is how I got my first payout, just going for 1 or 2s, especially when it comes to the express accounts. Like, you just need $200 a day to qualify for payouts. So I'm not going for these 1 to 10s rarely, right? But there's moments where I've capitalized crazily like this, and there's moments where I've gotten stopped out in profit, and then price just ends up going for these huge moves that are damn near 1 to 10s, 1 to 7s, 1 to 5s. But at the same time, 100 points trading 2 micros, that's $400. 100 points trading one full NQ contract, that's $2,000. You can capitalize off the big move, but at the same time, you can see the trade can reverse at any moment. It's all a mental game. I really want to keep doing these breakdowns for you guys. I will start doing this daily on the Discord and have them up for everybody to see. But yeah, I really wanted to show you guys how I ended up having a 10x trade. It was a crazy day. Price action has been very crazy. You got to be very cautious when it comes to taking these trades. Thank God that my Express account is back and running. I would have liked that for I would have liked it to be up and running in the morning because I would have capitalized stuff like crazy. But I mean, it is what it is. We're up overall on the live account. We have our evaluation. This one is cooked, it's ineligible. We have our express account. We just gotta be very cautious and diligent when it comes to this. Like you guys can see, with $25 over here, I ended up making, I mean, I lost the money, right? But I ended up making $250 for the day. It's crazy. I ended up having a great profitable day today, $364. I was just being stupid and chasing price. But with 1 micro on a live account where I'm only risking $25. So on the express account, what tells me I can't do it, you know? We're just gonna make it work. We're gonna be very diligent with this, being very cautious because of this tariffs, because of these news. Like everything is just going up and down. Price doesn't even pick a side. Like it's just trading sideways. It has these expansions, but we just gotta adapt to the new environment of the market. We got the weekend to work and get ready and prepare for the next trading days. I mean, you gotta use your days off to better yourself, right? With that being said, that concludes the trading breakdown for today. Let's get active. The sky looks beautiful right now. That's nice, bro. I love the afternoons. I love the view I got out here. I am going to call it a day after the trade recap. All I really did was go grocery shopping. I didn't bring you guys along because I left the camera at the crib. Right now I just got home. I'm going to cut my hair right now, do a little bit more back testing and just more charting sessions with myself, and just do a little bit, just have a little more in-depth charting session with myself, and just really focus on my weaknesses and getting better for the next week, right? There was a lot of mistakes that could have been prevented. There was a lot of things outside of my control with the tariffs and all the things going around in the world. I mean, there's only so much we as traders can control, right? But at the end of the day, what we can control is our P&L and how many trades we take, our decisions, our execution. That is under our control. Whatever price does is it's a complete different thing than my trading plan, than my edge, than my discipline and my mentality, right? I really want to dial in when it comes to my execution, my discipline. I'm not saying I've been lacking, but I know that I can push myself a little bit more. I know that there's a little bit extra in the tank at the end of the day. Like I know that there's more I can do, right? When it comes to working out, I know I can push myself a little bit harder. When it comes to studying, when it comes to creating content, I know this is not my full potential and I know that I can keep on executing, but it's just a matter of developing a plan that is going to be crucial for my growth in the next upcoming months. Just a lot of things have been out of my control. As of lately, there's just been a lot of external factors, mainly countless things. Like the biggest thing is like what I mentioned on yesterday's video is just me getting scammed out of $5,000, bro. It's just something that has gotten me, has affected my trading, my content creation, everything around me, because I didn't expect that, bro. And I was really relying on that money because, I mean, that was what I had in my savings a couple months ago, right? It's just a substantial, it's a very large amount of money. And I honestly didn't think I was going to get done that bad, bro. Like, it was crazy, right? But it's just all those things that really got me out of my zone. But nonetheless, we recovered the Express account. We're up on the live account, and I take it as a learning experience, and I take it as God is protecting me, right? Because if I would have had access to my Express account the last couple of days, I would have blown that account because of my emotions. It just made me realize, and I took a step back, and I'm like, bro, that was not me. The those executions, those emotional trades was not me. It was those external factors really messing with me, right? But that's the beauty of this journey. You really gotta understand, you really gotta reevaluate, reassess everything around you, yourself, your mentality, your level of discipline, the things out of your control. You gotta pinpoint what you can control, what you can change, and what you don't actually have control of, and that you really have to go through, right? You really gotta thug it out. All I know is God is going to deliver. You really have to believe in God's promise for you. I really just believe in God's plan. He will deliver his promise. He has a purpose for me. I just have to really persuade myself into growing my faith and just submitting myself to God, right? Because sometimes we want things to go our way. I'm not going to lie and tell you guys that there's moments where I wanted a little bit more um, profits, that I wanted things to go my way, that I would have wanted to avoid the hardships. But at the end of the day, it's God preparing myself and setting the stage for what's to come, right? I know that many things are going to be great. It was a great day today, especially for my morale and my mentality. It's just a sign that God is going to deliver. With that being said, boys, I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in every single day. I'm going to be more consistent with the content. I'm going to keep on elevating. Um, Thank you guys for really supporting me along this journey and bearing with me, because I've been lacking, bro. You guys who've been here since day one know that I am consistent. That's what I embody myself as. That's that's pretty much why I record the content, right? Because I show you guys the consistency that it takes to become a profitable trader, the consistency that it takes to elevate yourself and overcome all of these obstacles and be successful and be great, right? But perfect example, perfect testament. The hardships that you go through do not define your story. There's more to it. You're just in a bad chapter. It's a bad season. I love to call it seasons. I'm in a season of growth. It's not a season of setbacks. It's a season of growth. With that being said, boys, I'll catch you guys on the next one.